Hey everybody, I haven't done one in a while, and I thought that I would come on here be on December 31st. And of course, you guys saw Cinnamon on the ottoman because somehow she wants to get in the picture. Um, and if she could, she would jump up here with me. However, right before Christmas, I ended up with the flu, and I still have a cough that just won't let go. So bear with me. I'm going to try to make it quick. But I just wanted to come on here, like I said, because I haven't done a Twisted Conversations with Carolyn in a while. And I wanted to come on what we call New Year's Eve. Some people call it just December 31st. Depends on how you look at it. Is it New Year's on January 1st? Or is New Year's really April 1st? Yep, I know some of you are saying, what is she talking about? And some of you are going, oh, she knows what she's talking about. Depends on what you follow, depends on what you believe in. However, no matter what, today is December 31st and tomorrow is January 1st. And I asked a couple of people the last couple of days, what were their New Year's traditions? And not if they were making a resolution. Okay. I don't do New Year's resolutions myself only because it's too much pressure. It's too much pressure for myself. Um, I used to make them, and then within a week, I was losing it, right? And they never lasted. So I don't. Basically, basically, all I'll say is that each year I try to be a better version of myself. And excuse me, that's not really a resolution. That's just something that we should all strive for to be better than we were last year. So, in talking to some people, and I kind of did a little research, I wanted to see what were some superstitions slash traditions that people do. And again, a lot of people say, "Oh, CC, I don't do any of that." And then some people told me, "Oh, I don't get into that." And in the same time, let me wash these clothes. Let me clean this house. Let me get these greens and these black eyed peas together for tomorrow. And I just kind of chuckled because is that something that you would normally cook for a Thursday? Or is that because we are so conditioned to certain things that we've done on December 31st to get prepared for January 1st? And so I even tried to ask people, why? What is the significance of some of these things? And some people told me they truly just didn't know. It's something that their parents did. Um, then I got mixed messages on some. So some people say that you need to wash everything on New Year's Eve, okay? Because you don't want to have to wash all year long. Well, I want to wash all year long. I want to be able to have water and a working washer and dryer. So I want to be able to wash. But then it said that you shouldn't wash, do laundry, not your body, on January 1st because that's washing away a loved one. So that implies that someone will pass in that new year. So I get that. I get that. Some people said they're not going to do any laundry on the 31st or January 1st. So that was kind of interesting to hear people's take on the whole laundry scenario. But some people clean the entire house. Now, I did research that up, and it says cleaning the house, you're cleaning away the bad luck. You're getting bad luck out of the house. So you want to have a clean house and all the dishes washed and so on. There was one I heard, and a friend of mine told me about eating 12 grapes at midnight, which I had never heard of before, right? And once he told me about the 12 grapes, when I started doing some research on New Year's Eve traditions, these 12 grapes came up. One said eat 12 grapes underneath the table with red drawers on. Okay, my table is a high table, so I can get under there, but I'm not doing that. But eating the 12 grapes is a Spanish tradition that involves eating 12 grapes to represent the 12 months of the year. So each grape, again, represents a different month. And as you eat it, it's supposed to be for good luck. Someone else told me about writing a dollar amount on a check. Like you write that check to yourself and you'd put a dollar amount and you tape it up on the wall. And that was to manifest good fortune. Okay. I did that. I did that 2 years in a row. Both of those years I got laid off, but I still found a job. Now I'm laid off again now. So I should probably write a check and stick it on the wall in the office again. I probably need to do that after this. Another one said to wear red underwear. Now I just said that wearing red underwear underneath the table, eating those 12 grapes. But this says wear red underwear is believed to attract love and happiness. So what if I don't wear any underwear? I mean, I'm just saying. So if I don't wear any underwear, what am I attracting? Probably just a 2 a.m. caller. I don't know. Eating collard greens and black eyed peas. Now, my mother didn't make the greens when we were growing up, but my mother made the black eyed peas. And let me tell you, baby, you could not pay me to eat one black eyed pea. Black eyed peas taste like chalk. The way my mama cooked them, black eyed peas taste like chalk. So it's supposed to bring good fortune and prosperity. Well, I think I would take my chance eating the 12 grapes at midnight with some red drawers underneath the table. Because I'm not eating any black eyed peas. Nope. Like I said, if somebody makes some and they don't taste like chalk, then maybe I'll taste them or not. They're making noise at midnight. We all get irritated with people who do fireworks at night. Now, are they just doing fireworks to irritate the neighbors? Or is it because fireworks, clapping of hands, banging of pots and pans are supposed to scare away evil spirits and invite in good luck? That's supposed to be the purpose of the fireworks. Opening doors and windows at midnight. It is supposed to allow the old year's bad luck to leave your house and to welcome in the fresh opportunities of the new year. Some people believe that surrounding themselves with round objects. Now, I'm reading this and I'm trying not to laugh. I tried not to laugh when I first saw it because I said, if they want to surround themselves with round objects, then just come on over to my house. Because I'm round. But anywho, surrounding yourself with round objects, they believe that the circles attract wealth and prosperity. Their tables overflow with round fruits. There was a picture of oranges, apples, grapes. The people had on polka dotted clothing and pockets. The pockets jingled with coins because coins are round. So something about the round objects. So that was interesting. Um, Now here's one. Now I just said I don't get into the making of certain foods and eating certain foods for good luck or any of that. I don't get into any of that. However, there is one thing that is near and dear to me and that is very important to me. And it turns out it's a Scottish tradition. And I know you guys are like, are you Scottish? Well, my last name is Craig, and Craig is a Scottish name. Okay. And it's called first footing. And first footing is the first person to walk into your home after midnight is supposed to be a man. And my daddy, for years, that's all he ever said was that a man was supposed to be the first person to enter your home. And when I got divorced, my daddy made sure on January 1st that he came to my home and walked through the door. He was always the first person to walk through the door. When my mother had dementia, he would drive over and he would leave mommy in the car and he would walk through the door. Now the daddy is 93 and he can't move around like he used to. He did call me this evening and he said to me, do you need me to come over in the morning and walk through your door? So that that tradition is supposed to bring you good fortune. And for my father to be 93, I am fortunate that he is still here and willing to want to walk through my door. But it says that the person who enters the home after midnight should be a man. They should be tall and a dark-haired man, and they should carry gifts like coal, salt, whiskey, or bread. Now, I needed to probably let my daddy know that he need to bring me something if he was going to come. Um, but so I am looking to make sure that either after midnight tonight or in the morning that a man, um, they don't have to be a tall man, but it needs to be a man that walks through my door. I will not leave my house. Nope. I won't leave my house on January 1st. I need a man to walk through my door. So that is the one thing that's near and dear for me. And that is the one thing I'm telling you. If somebody comes over my house unannounced and it's a girl, I'm not opening the door. I swear to you, I'm not opening the door. I'm just not. So moving on, another one says that Asians serve long noodles on New Year's Day. You can't break that noodle when you're eating. It says the unbroken strands represent long life and good health. Chinese serve a whole fish with the head and the tail attached. That represents completeness and ensures abundance from start to finish. And again, it goes back to cabbage and leafy greens for money and financial growth. It says rice, people eat rice for strength and luck. I have heard that you're supposed to have money in your pocket, but then I've heard money in your wallet. So I'm not sure which one it is. My sister said that she will at least put $1 in her robe. I always make sure I have money in my wallet. But she said, some people have said in your pocket, so on your person. I'm trying to think of if there are any other strange ones. I can't think of any other ones. Um, However, I've heard that you're not supposed to cry on New Year's Day because they say then you'll be crying all year long. Well, I've had my share of crying New Year's Eve into New Year's Day. I've heard that whoever you spend New Year's Eve with is who you'll be with um, throughout the year. And let's see who's here. Yep, just me and the dog. So I'm okay with that because I love her. So I guess that's who I'll be with all year long. What's another one? You're supposed to kiss somebody at midnight. Well, if nobody's here, who am I kissing? So there are a lot of traditions and superstitions that people can get caught up in. Um, oh, look, somebody's shooting already, and here comes Cinnamon. Here she comes. Here she comes. So it was interesting looking up, and there are a whole lot of different superstitions and traditions out there that people do on New Year's Eve. And if nothing else, it was very interesting to read. So on this December 31st of 2025, I wanted to come on here from me, Carolyn, with Twisted Conversations with Carolyn. And I wanted to wish you guys a Merry Christmas, a Happy Hanukkah, a Happy Kwanzaa, and a Happy New Year. I hope that going into 2026, you get everything that your heart desires. May it be better than 2025. And you know what I'm going to say. I hope you guys have the 2026 that you deserve. I so look forward to having the 2026 that I deserve. So until next time, be safe and cheerio.